Okay, folks, we're going to get started. As I was saying, we've got the open trades. So we're going to look at our open trades first in our end of the week session for June 15th, 3 p.m. Anybody not speaking, please mute your phone. Do feel free to interrupt at any time. So we have 4 open trades right now. One of them is carrying a nice bit of profit, the New Zealand dollar. Currently at about 60 pips profit. It's been up to 70 something and has now slid back down. The stop loss on that trade has already been adjusted to protect 50 pips of that profit. So there is very little risk in keeping it open. I am going to leave it open till the end of the day. Before the market close, I will take a look at it and most likely close it down. And when I do, I will send an email out at some point. Well, you won't have any. This is one of those that you're going to have to play by ear, because by the time I send the email out, the market will have closed. I do plan on closing the trade out, so you know that. So if you have this trade open, first of all, you should have already protected 50 pips of your profit. Step 1. Step 2, I would simply close it down before close of market today. I'm not going to leave this one open over the weekend. The next 2 trades, they are the Euro dollar and Euro JPY. They are both playing a retrace on the euro after yesterday's drop on the European Central Bank interest rate announcement. The Euro JPY is currently carrying a couple of pips of profit. The Euro dollar is carrying 15 pips of loss. I am not going to close these ones down. I believe in the retracement that will probably play out sometime next week. So I'm going to take the risk of leaving these 2 open. The USD JPY trade. USD JPY trade was a trade that got taken in yesterday on a pending order with the Bank of Japan interest rate decision, that fundamental. It did take us in. It's currently carrying about 17 pips negative. I will close this one down by end of market, but I'm going to wait till closer to the end of market to see if it comes back a little bit. If it doesn't, then regardless of the level of profit or loss it has at the time, it will be closed down. So the only 2 I plan on keeping over the weekend are the 2 euro trades, Euro dollar, Euro JPY. So be advised. And I do have 1 pending entry for the USD Swiss, also on a retracement, which I am not going to modify. I'm going to leave it open. Obviously, it can't be triggered on the weekend with the market close, but I still want this trade to be there for next week. So I'm going to just let it play out as it will. Currently in open trades, we're carrying about 28 pips of profit. So that is going to be that. Not going to look at any charts right now. It's end of the week, but that is where we are as we speak. And now I'm going to switch over into a very quick presentation on the partial results for the week. So give me 1 second while I switch screens here, and we will get started on that. And as always, any comments, questions, feel free to interrupt. Okay, folks, sorry about that delay. Looks like the presentation is coming up. And it's bouncing back and forth. I apologize for that. Looks like my computer is due a reset. But this will be the June 15th wrap up as we look at the week that's ending. Hopefully the presentation is now showing on your screens, and I will start quickly before it bombs out again. Our contents are going to be, as usual, the trades for the week, the balance on the account, any opportunities for improvement, and any open trades. This is the ledger as it stands right now, and you do have a link in all our emails where you can look at this ledger directly. We did take 13 trades, for the week. 13 trades, of which 8 so far have been winners and 5 are currently losers, for a 61.54% win ratio. The growth on the account, partially because we still have open trades, is currently sitting at close to 5%, so 4.98% for the week. We have a total profit captured in pips right now of 327.6 pips. We have been trading at half our normal position size. So that means our weighted profit, based on how we would have been trading, is around half of that for 163.8 pips. And the net profit right now is just shy of $250 on a model $5,000 account. The open trades are the ones that are missing commission and swap in the results. The results that are presented here on those, for example, $69.20 and 70 pips profit, are based on a snapshot of the open trades as of 1:30 p.m. today. So about an hour and a half ago, an hour and 45 minutes ago. These have by now changed, but this was the snapshot at 1:30 p.m. when I updated the PowerPoint deck and got this ready. So we have the 4 open trades, the Kiwi dollar, and at the bottom USD JPY, Euro dollar, and Euro JPY. I do plan, as I said, on closing the Kiwi dollar and closing the USD JPY. The other 2 trades will be kept open over the weekend. So those are your results right now: 327.6 pips of profit and a growth of 4.98% with a win ratio of 61.54%. If we look at the graphic representation of the account balance, and there we go. So this is the account balance over the week, and we see that the week was generally flat, which was pretty much as I had predicted the week would play out. So the first 3-4 days of the week were not much to speak of. We did increase the balance on the account, but not majorly. And then these last 2 days, especially these last 24 hours, have just fulfilled quite a number of trades and made the account shoot up, where we're now sitting at around 5,300, a little bit shy of that. So that is the graphic representation. I may update these for the presentation I do for the beginning of the week, but this is probably going to be very close to reality once I close out the remaining trades. Opportunities for improvement, not really, nothing that I could point or shake a stick at. It was a heavy fundamental week, and we did take advantage of that. So we had 3 fundamentals, and 2 of those fundamentals gave us a nice number of pips. So about 1/3 of the pips that were captured over the week were based on the fundamental trading itself. And then a lot of the other trades were the fulfillment, the other pips profit, were the fulfillment of an old trade that we had from a week back. It did close us out at profit. And then 2 of the trades we placed in the last day or so hit our limit, one for 100 pips, one for 120 pips. They were at a low risk, high profit ratio, and both of them fulfilled. that added 220 pips to the mix. So between those two trades, as well as the fundamental trading, that's where we took our profit for the week. We take our profit wherever we can find it. We adapt to whatever the market is doing. So there really were no opportunities for improvement. More of we did what the plan said we had to do, and it worked out for us. Trading was kept safe and under control. We traded at half our normal position size simply because I was uncomfortable with what the market was doing. In retrospect, that was a really good thing to do. It meant that the losing trades for the week didn't lose as much as they would have under normal conditions. And of course, the winners didn't win as much either, but safety is foremost. If I don't lose my money and I keep trading, then the only direction to go is up. If I lose my money, then I'm going to have a problem getting it back. So safety first and then proper trading. And as I said, we'd already highlighted the possibility of a shifting or sideways market, and that indeed is what it did this week. We'll take a look next week and see if trending has returned or if we're going to continue the cautious approach. Either way, it's working out nicely, so we try not to mess with a winning system. And that is pretty much it. Oh, yes, the open trades. I've already covered this. I really don't know exactly what I'll do. My plan is to close the New Zealand dollar and close the USD JPY. So those trades will most likely be closed before close of market. The other two trades, the 2 euro trades, will be left open over the weekend. That decision I have already made. Those trades will be kept open over the weekend, and the pending order for the USD Swiss will also be allowed to remain on the books. If it gets hit today, I'm fine with it. If it gets hit next week, I'm even finer with it. So that is going to be it for me today. End of the week session, nothing remaining for the week. Remember, the Sunday session canceled on account of Father's Day, but I will be sending out a video session, a recorded session for that start of the week. It will not be live. I'll be doing it by myself, but I will be sending it out so everybody gets my outlook for the week before trading begins. That's it. Happy Father's Day for those of you who are fathers, and happy weekend for everybody. Does anybody have any comments or questions?
Hello, Andy.
Yes, sir.
Danny. Just a quick one. So if I were on a trade copier, this one might be a rhetorical question. That's what the trade copier would have been reflected, that those results that you showed.
Yes, it would have been reflected if you were trading based on my same parameters, because with a trade copier, you can tell it to exclude certain trades. You can trade at different position sizes. It has an entire screen where you define how you want it to copy my trades. But if you were trading the equivalent, let's say I'm trading at 1 lot size and you tell it to trade at 2 mini lots for every trade I place, you would have had those same results on this one account. I have another account, a long-term account, which I don't include in the copy in the Forex trading room, but is also included in the copy trader. That one, I only look at the results monthly. And last time I looked, we were consistently at 10% a month. So we were up 20-something% for the fiscal year. Our fiscal year starts in April.
These are pretty good results.
They are amazingly, ridiculously, extraordinary, great results, and I'm not saying that I can keep that up. I am very skeptical of anybody that promises you 10% a month or 100% a year. The only thing I can tell you is I try to trade as safely as possible. I let my winners run deep, and I cut my losses short. This year, it's been working out like gangbusters. What it continues doing, I cannot guarantee, and I cannot tell you.
That's it for me, Andy, for the week. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too, man. Happy Father's Day.
And you too. Thanks.
Thanks, my friend. All right, everybody else, thank you so much. And I will talk to you again next week. The next live session will be on Monday at noon Eastern Daylight Time. Have a great weekend.